See, I didn't say nothing about gonna, but I'm gonna say something about.
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money, travel the world. When you're getting it like that, you can pick out a girl. When you chase your own dreams, you can become a squirrel. As many as you want. Russell Westbrook situation. Single ready to mingle. Let me bring this up for. Oh, is that it right there? Let me go ahead and bring this up for you guys right here. Russell Westbrook. That's what we're about to talk about now. This is starting to. People are starting to clout chase a little bit more than normal, especially your celebrities. All right, especially your celebrities. So the first video we're gonna react to is this video with Russell Westbrook.
All right.
Now, before we get started in reacting to this video, what I want people to understand is when it comes to fame and attention, that's a big drug. Fame and attention is a huge drug. It's actually worse than drugs, which is why a lot of people that can't get the fame and attention, when they don't get it, they actually get hooked on drugs in order to get the dopamine releases throughout their body. Hold on, man. All right, I'm back. All right, let me pick back up. Fame is a drug. That's what you're seeing going on here with Russell Westbrook. He's addicted to fame. When you get addicted to fame, the reason why it's worse than being addicted to drugs is because it gives you dopamine as well. See, when you actually stop and you get on your purpose and you start to grind, you start to work extremely hard. And that's what a lot of these celebrities do. They work extremely hard to become successful at the thing that they want to be successful at. Now, the problem with this is that the more successful that they become, the more yes people end up in their life. The more yes people that end up in their life, the more of a narcissist that they become. So these yes people start to convince them that they're greater than God. So what do? As their narcissism increase, their standards of life increase. They become full of themselves, and they end up just like women who are bougie, the PhD girls that all end up alone as they get older because they're overvaluing themselves. But celebrities are typically overfaming themselves. What do I mean by overfaming themselves? They start to think that they're more important than everybody based off the little people that are around them. But what happens is they get to the top and they realize that the top is flooded with a lot of people that have the same narcissism as them, that have the same accomplishments as them, that have the same money as them. So now they have to do things to just stand out. That's when you start getting this. When they start doing things for shock value in order to be seen. And you're seeing that a lot in this matrix that we're living in. People are willing to throw their friends underneath the bus. They're willing to do the stupidest stuff in the world in order to be seen for attention. Why? Because attention is actually more valuable than money. Why? Because it releases more dopamine than money. See, when they go and buy all these fancy cars and they go and buy all these fancy houses, that feeling only lasts for one little second that they buy it. Then after they buy it, it's old. They need to go buy something else and do something else. But what you're seeing happening with Russell Westbrook, he's comfortable doing it because behind the scenes, this is what people are doing. You got to realize that The people that run the industry, the richer you go up, the more weird things start to get. And you'll know that when you start hanging around people with money, or you go to these mansion parties, you'll notice that things start getting a little weird. So when you're surrounded by people in the industry that are cutting you paychecks, that are giving you sponsorships, and they're pretty much forfeiting this lifestyle in order for you to live like a king or a queen, what happens is they become your friends and you become comfortable doing this because you're used to seeing them do this behind the scenes. That's why you see the celebrities doing shock value. He's not the first one to do it. You guys got to also realize Kid Cudi just wore a dress recently too. Why? Because they know that it's going to get the attention. At the same time, it makes the people comfortable behind the scenes that are cutting their checks in order for them to keep cutting checks. So when you start seeing this is what you call selling your soul. Selling your soul means you're giving up all morality for fame or money. And the reason why I say fame or money, because they come together. You could become very popular, or you could become very rich. They both do not work intertwined. What do I mean by they both don't work intertwined? You could be the richest man in the world and nobody not know who you are. See, you guys don't see the pictures of the record label owners. You don't see the people that own these corporations. You don't see them at all. Those are the rich of the rich. They hide. But for you to get the riches and to get the fame, to get both of them to work together, you have to give up your soul. And the reason why you have to give up your soul is because you're going to have to continue to adjust your life to make people look at you. Like, people may look at Cardi B and be like, oh, Cardi B's dumb. Cardi B do this, Cardi B do that. Right, but Cardi B knows how to create shock value to keep the audience looking at her. So she keeps this train that she has going on continuously going. It's just entertainment to them. They do it, they forget about it. But the shock value that they're getting releases dopamine throughout their body. Let's see what this guy has to say.
See, I didn't say nothing about Gunna, but I'm gonna say something about.
I didn't even see that. Hold on, let's go back. Let's go back. Now here's Gunna, supposed to be a gangster rapper. What's funny is, why do these so-called gangster rappers, right, are always in a rush to buy clothes and do things that make them more feminine? I'm not saying that it's wrong to buy clothes, but majority of the clothes that a lot of these rappers are wearing are actually designed for women or small guys, not even guys of the same sex. That's what I don't understand. Now, the reason why they do this, once again, everybody behind the scenes that's cutting the checks dress like this. They act like this. So the rappers become comfortable being around them because they gave them the check. So when you take a rapper from a broken home and he doesn't have any father figure, the person that gives him the millions of dollars becomes the father figure. And then the father figure tells them exactly what you have to do from here. This is why you see so many of these rappers out here wearing it and promoting it for these designers, due to the simple fact that most rich people that get money don't buy these clothes. They don't buy them. So if you put it on a rapper is more convincing because they cater to the youth. So now the youth see the rapper doing it. Now the youth wants to be like the rapper. Now the youth go stand in line to go buy the clothes. Because the real rich people in life, they don't buy this stuff. That's how it's all planned. That's how it's all working. You have to understand, these designers all work together to keep each other paid.
I'm gonna say something about you. Russell Westbrook, what the fuck do you have on? What the fuck is this shit? I need you to explain this to me, bro. If you don't take this 1958 white woman skirt off, what kind of shit is this? You better be late to a sock hop, don't it? Get your ugly, bro.
Now, one thing about Russell Westbrook, he's always wore weird clothes. Well, he's always wore clothes that stood out the most. He's always done it. So it's not a shock because of him. What it is a shock is just that when you look at NBA players, right, they're a role model, but they're masculine role models. The youth look at them as masculine. Like when you think about a football player, you don't really think about dresses. When you think about a basketball player, you don't think about dresses. That's what makes all of this a shock value. And that's what really makes it bad for the culture, is because young men are supposed to be looking at Russell Westbrook as a masculine man that they want to be like. But when you start seeing your masculinity do this, then it starts to trick the youth. That's the thing. Russell Westbrook doesn't really care what people think about him when he does this, because you got to realize he got to keep a way of life going. He's just making sure everyone's going to accept him in the long run. You got to realize, look at Dwayne Wade sacrificed his child in order to get a job because he had retired and Gabrielle Union had got kicked off of her show. They had to do something in order to create shock value, in order to put the spotlight back on them. Remember Malik Yoba didn't have no movies, and then all of a sudden he started representing the trans community in order to get jobs in Hollywood? Look at him now.
I don't fucking get it, bro. Why the fuck do you have this on? You're one of the highest paid NBA players in the fucking world. What? So I know you didn't do this for a check. I know you didn't do this for a check.
He's right. I told you. It's not for a check. It's for attention. Attention is worth a lot more than money nowadays, because that's what everyone has been programmed to, is getting dopamine through likes and views. They will sell their soul for it. Think about it. Look at TikTok. TikTok is everyone's acting. Everyone's trying to grab your attention on TikTok. Look at Instagram. Everyone's trying to grab your attention on Instagram. No matter where you go, they're either going to grab your attention in a negative way or they're going to grab your attention in a positive way. But either way, someone is always looking for attention.
Which bothers me. This long ass skirt, this ugly ass skirt. What the fuck? Russell Westbrook. What the fuck do you have on, guy? Like, I don't get it. You make millions of dollars a game. How the fuck did you have to resort to this shit? I'm gonna let y'all know this now. This is not the move for black men in 2021.
He's right. This is not the move. It's not. But guess what? The agendas are here. The agendas are planted, and the agendas are here to stay. All I can say is, don't go to Atlanta. They really like guys like this. Guys are walking around like this in Atlanta all day long. And you see a lot in LA too. You see that. So the agendas are here. Now it's like, you got to be careful how you say it.
We're trying to start dressing as respectable young men. You know, he's like a nurse at Hogwarts with that fucking skirt on. That's exactly what the fuck he looks like.